hydro dipping? What was I thinking? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day. We're going to be doing something a little different today. We're going to be hydro dipping a zombie soldier that I picked up just to test this out. We're going to be trying out this product called it's a marble ink dipping paint or whatever. I picked this up at my local craft store, and yeah, it's interesting what it does, but it still turns out a pretty cool looking miniature. Anyways, let's get to the table and find out. So here's what you're going to need to get started with these marbling acrylics or whatever this is. You're going to need this magic medium, a cup of hot water by the way, and you're going to mix that up quite a bit until it cools down. And then I'm going to use some of this green and this white to create like a military camo effect on the miniature. And as you can see here, that stuff just clumped up in a weird thing. So this is supposed to create like a film on top to be able to go more onto your paint. So this is supposed to be used for like the special type of paper to do marbling painting, but I decided to try because I seen someone else use this other kind of acrylic marble ink or whatever that you don't need to put this like medium stuff in it. So you can see what it's kind of cool, and I am wearing a glove just in case. I don't know if it's toxic or not. I didn't really read any instructions, but I'm mixing it up just to give it a cool swirl effect, marble effect here. And then I'm going to take this miniature. It's a zombie soldier from Zombicide 2nd edition. It's supposed to be with, I think, Fort Hendrix or something like that. It's supposed to be additional minis, but as you're dipping it in nice and slowly, and I was supposed to swirl them a bit inside the water just to get some of that excess off. As you can see, it's just dripping off there. And yeah, here, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. But as it dries, you're not going to see it right here, but you'll see it right after. As it dries, what it does is an effect. And the point of this was to have an undercoating ready. So you can see here as it's really dried, it became more like a turquoise color, less of another color, less like vibrant green. I guess the white kind of mixed in, and of course the white just went on top of the white. I don't know if it would have been cooler with a dark mini, like base painted, like like a black primer or something like that, or brown or whatever. But anyway, so what I'm doing now is I'm putting speed paints over this dipped miniature here, and I'm starting off with camo cloak on like his army fatigues. And or combat fatigues, I should say. And it's pretty cool what it's doing. It doesn't show much now, but wait till you see when it dries in the end. I don't think it's worth the trouble of the preparation it takes and the mess it can make just to paint, have a cool undertone for a miniature. What I found was the best part of this miniature was actually whenever I was putting a skin tone on. It really gave the miniature like a zombie look because there was some darker and lighter areas on the skin. So the recesses kind of kept the dark. So you could just shade this with like a green shade, I think. Which, by the way, I will be doing soon in a video upcoming. So keep an eye out for that. I will do some color shades prior to using speed paints. And we're going to see what effect that does. Alright, so keep an eye on that. So here, as you can see, I'm using rigor mortis. It has a tint of yellowish green to it. It's very like puke color almost. Sorry about that if you're, offended by that, but I don't think you will be. Anyway, so, but again, like it's, as you can see, that like turquoise green comes out like almost in blotchy skin parts. And like I said, especially when it dries. Right now, it barely shows, it's just covering. But as it dries, it seems to get soaked into that marbling ink that I use. By the way, I wouldn't suggest using this. I suggest using what those other people are using that you can find on Amazon. I was going to buy it, but at the time it was really expensive. It dropped in price after I bought this stuff, and it was a bigger kit. Anyways, long story short, Absolution Green there you saw for his helmet. That won't do much because it's a very dark color. The Desolation Brown here, or Desolate Brown, not Desolation Brown, Desolate Brown, on some of the clothing here, like his undershirt and stuff like that, really keeps that green undertone actually. So it almost looks more dirty, looks more grimy. It's not bad. Like if you're looking for a different way to paint your miniature, this could be a way to go. But if not, don't waste your time. This is why I did it, to show you guys it's just not worth it, really, to be honest. I think, like I said, I'm just going to try some different shades underneath and see what that does. Hardened leather now for all the straps and stuff like that all around this miniature. This one, because it is light as well, that green stuff does come through a little bit more. Yeah. Anyways, we're done this miniature. Just have a little bit of metal here to put on his gun here. And there you have it, a zombie soldier from Zombicide 2.0's Fort Hendrix expansion is painted, sort of, but look at when it dries, how cool that is. I mean, it is pretty cool, I do have to say. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.